everyone, this is Alfredo Diaz, Cut of True, Healnlearn. I'm going to talk about relationship capacity for men. I'm not going to use any card. I'm going to use just some tips, some principles that I think will help, especially women when they have some person of interest. You can use these tips. There are 7 tips that we're going to touch briefly here in order to know how healthy or if the man of interest he has a good capacity to relate to a woman. Let's share the screen right away. Well, here we are gonna see the 7 tips. Let's start with the very first one. The very first one is the man has to know what he wants. So it's not only what he wants, but also recognizing his limitations and get his goals accomplished. In other words, he has to be realistic. He has to know, first of all, it's very important what he wants, because nobody wants to get involved with somebody that is lost. Everybody wants to be with someone that is clear what he wants, where he's aiming in his life. But also, he has to recognize very well his own limitations, so he can set realistic goals, okay? Number 2, he wants to accomplish that, he has to work for it. Nothing is for free. So if you want to fulfill one expectation, you have to earn it. So if you promise something to your partner as a man, you have to grant it, okay? So you have to have a capacity or willingness to execute, okay? You have to have determination and commitment. It has to do with the very 2 tips. Because if you show that you really know what you want, that you work for what you want, and you have the determination and commitment to get it, so now is when you are able to ask for something to your partner, to your female partner or your loving partner you are looking for. So if you are a lady, I think you go to these check marks. I will say you check mark if the male partner know what he wants and it's a solid goal that he has. He's gonna work for it, and he's gonna have the willingness and the determination to accomplish that objective. Is a good candidate, okay? Acceptance has to do with he has to have the maturity to accept a no as an answer without feeling hurt and frustrated. And you know, sometimes men wants to establish a relationship, or maybe he wants to do something, and when they get a no as an answer, it's a good opportunity to evaluate how mature this person is. If he reacts or he overreacts, maybe you have to, it's a red flag, or maybe it's a yellow flag that you have to consider, okay? If the guy say, okay, you don't want this, and let me rethink this, or let me reassess what I want and bring back to you with another solution, is a good thing, okay? Integrity, well, he must act accordingly with what he has promised. Integrity has to do with, it's like, and I want to get this, or I expect this in the relationship, with not taking extra liberties, meaning that he asking for I will say for something in particular, he has to know the boundaries. He has to know that everything has some limitations. It's not like he's hiding his desire for something, and when his female partners say yes, and he wants to take advantage or he wants to get more than he asked it for, I don't know, for something. Maybe I will say, let's go for a dinner, and then he pretends to do something else, or let's go and let's go for a party, and then he wants to do like a two people party. Well, it might work. I mean, if you are agree with that, it's not a problem. But it's always good to he doesn't take any extra limits unless you accept that and in agreement, consensually, you can go further with has been established at the very beginning. Maturity, anything that has been acknowledged as a promise for the benefit of both has to be granted. I mean, when you are in a relationship, both is a giving and taking. But sometimes if the female partner says, I change my mind, I don't want to do this any longer, or I think it's not a good idea to continue with this little project that we have, or even I don't want to stay in this relationship. He has to have the maturity to step back and accept that situation, rethink about what happened. Is he's doing something wrong? Is he need to fix something? He has to have the maturity to go through all this process. Okay. He has to be communicative in the sense that, you know, as a man, he's promised something. Normally, the man is the one that is taking the lead in many things. When he promised something, if something come up, something unfortunate or something that is unforeseen, as he said here in the presentation, he has to communicate clearly to his partner that something that is not under his control arise and it needs to be fixed, or there is something that he is not able to fix it, or he needs to wait until conditions gets better. Is, for instance, let's say that I promised to do something, but it's raining, or a tornado is coming, or it's snowing, and I can't get there where I promised to meet you. So you have to call, you have to communicate, you have to somehow let your partner know that that you are not able to do it because something that is not in your under your control had happened. Okay, so wrapping up, know what he wants. He has to work for what he wants. He has to have the determination and commitment and show these three things first before he's asking for a more serious or for a more, I will say, level for, you know, to go to another level in the relationship. He has to have the maturity to accept a no, or when you change your mind, when the lady changes their mind, he has to be capable to assimilate that and to look for a way around in order to fix what's going on. Otherwise, if it's something that a situation demands that you have to finish the relationship, you have to have the maturity to step back and take some time to see if the thing can work out in any other occasion. He has to have integrity in the sense that he has to know the boundaries. Okay, it's not extra limiting about what he's asking and what he's taking. Okay, very communicative in the sense that if something goes wrong and is not able to fulfill what he has promised, he has to explain why things had happened and what is the workaround to fix this situation. Also, it's important to know that when a man fails on any of these 7 points in a relationship, of course, it's a breaking point, it's a failure, it's a potential point to fail in the relationship, but also applies in his career and his financial effort. So as you can see, we didn't use the cards, but I see here there are some energies involved here, like the Sun, the Mars, Jupiter energies that we can check when you use the cards. But I mean, there is only, I will say, common sense. Using these 7 tips that you don't need any card at all. It's just meeting the person, having a conversation, having a chat, having the Zoom, doing some exercise to see how the man reacts, and the better that he behaves, well, the more check mark that you do here in this list. But it's just 7 points. Within 7 points that you can save you time and resources and headaches, just using these common 7 tips. Okay, this is all for this brief chat or this talk. See you very soon. Remember, thumb up and subscribe in the Healnlearn channel, and I'll see you very soon.